I'll still be here when you're gone. You gather souvenirs, but I will never be your pawn, your pawn, your pawn. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. But I can promise that you'll never be the same. You can double down. I'll still be a proud haven for your love is never love. A river through your bluff, I will be enough, enough, enough. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. Something you can never take, but it's not uncommon to forsake. Got a chronic urge to complicate. Think of love like a friend, not an enemy. Feeling I have nothing left to hide. I'll say what you know it when it's right. Keep it simple now, living it before I die. Think of love like a friend, not an enemy. My love wasn't ever a game. I lay my cards out on the table. There's nothing to gamble away, but I can promise that you'll never be the same. But I can promise that you'll never be the
Yes, it helps if you actually mute the right source when starting everything up and stuff along those lines. Daylight Savings Week continues to mess with me day after day after day, and it's not over yet. What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay. Tonight, we're taking a look at tanking. We talked about this two-handers for everyone patch. I need to figure out how tanking is going to work, because with the new talent system, or the new champion point system, the new champion point system brings a whole new whatever you want to call it. We got to figure this out. We absolutely have to figure this out, because there's some perks that are no longer in the talent or in the champion point system. Most notably, the ability to dump 100 stars into a 100 points into a favored armor type and get plus 5,000 physical resistance. One of the things you run into with a lot of the races in ESO, besides of course the Nords who have bonuses to both physical and spell resistance, is a lot of times you'll go high on spell resistance. And if you use Magicka, you would often do 5 heavy, 2 light, and so you get even more spell resistance from your light armor pieces and stuff along those lines. But with the new system with the constellations, you actually have to tank, you actually have to spec into tanking to get the maximum tank benefits. Now, the way I think it's going to work, I think it works so that your tank characters will do the best if they're spec to tank, because you hit the caps and you can be free to do whatever you want afterwards a lot sooner than you would if you're just throwing on a tank set to help out a dungeon group. How that works is to be determined under this new system, so let's see where we're starting from. I think the big thing I have to figure out is physical resistance. This Breton Templar is going to have some big bonuses to spell resistance. It's the physical side we're going to have to figure out. Let's crank up some music and let's get to work on that, beginning with seeing where the Shaka tank stuff that he was using is going to start out and stuff, and get Winamp over to screen 2. Alright, let's do this. So, we unlocked all this Retribution Paladin looking stuff with a two-hander last time. So what are we doing now? Alright, so here we are, 2317 for mostly heavy. I think for tanking we're going to have to go to regular heavy, but let's go off to Shaka tank. This previously got me up to... There's a... Oh, we're missing the weapons. That's why. I'm not carrying the weapons around for it. We did get changed up to Fortified Brass. So that gets me a 31,000 spell resistance, but we are woefully short on physical resistance. Let's get some stuff out of the bank here. Let's grab a tanking sword, the one that's set for defense, and let's grab a shield, which should be set for... It's set for divines. So that's probably part of what we have to do, is we have to actually put stuff into defense now instead of the divines and stuff like that. Alright, so there's a defense sword with a shield for a little extra magic. So now we are over on spell resistance, and we are short by a couple of thousand on physical resistance, and that is with... That's with Fortified Brass. Fortified Brass is a whole bunch of extra armor, which gives you physical and spell resistance. But we were using crafty Althik gear. So we gotta do some experimenting here and see what we need to do to get that last bit of physical resistance. So I think the first thing we should go for is a reinforced shield. So let's go make one. Shield of Twilight's Embrace. So we're set up to tank right now. We're just short. We have too much spell resistance. We don't have enough physical resistance. Now this is the part where we could trade out some gear and maybe do some more light or heavy or something like that. We could bring in an additional piece of light or something like that, because... But actually, no, we need more physical resistance, but light armor helps your spell resistance quite a bit. So, the other thing to remember, too, is that heavy armor gives you a penalty to magical attacks that you take. So, the armor that you get from it doesn't quite make up for that sort of thing. Alright, let's do this. What do I have? I have mail from the... I said retainers. Getting kind of like Final Fantasy here. No, the hirelings. So we need to go make a shield. Let's go to the Twilight's Embrace thing and start with that for a plus 1,000 magic shield here. We could make some plus health as well. There's another crafting station over by Wayrest that can be used exactly for that purpose. Beautiful day in Daggerfall. I'm sure it won't stay that way. As we know, it tends to rain whenever I stream. Let's do this. Make some progress, baby. I already know it. There's plenty of I have plenty of thumbnails to choose from when I send this over to YouTube. Doing really well with YouTube Shorts and TikTok stuff, though. Might just do more with TikTok. I just gotta figure out, how do you tie back the whole TikTok thing to YouTube, so that people know I do blippity little short videos on TikTok, but I do real decent videos over on YouTube. I don't know. Generational thing. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to know how much will a reinforced shield, what will that do for us? Because one of the many perks that is now gone from the game is the ability... Yeah, one of the perks that's gone from the game... Let's go to this warehouse over here. That's where you make this stuff. One of the perks that's gone from the game gives you an extra... Used to give you an extra 1,500 resistance if you had a shield or a frost staff. Or a frost staff equipped. So... 41,000. The magic number for your resistance is 33,000 in order to get resist capped, which lowers your damage by half. So we take more hits from physical stuff right now. So you just gotta figure this out. So I already was doing reinforced armor. Maybe we could change the traits on some of this because we have too much spell stuff. The armor is too darn high. What if we... Well, we could also drop fortified brass as well and get another set going with that too. So yeah, everything was defensive for tanking. So we had plus reinforced on that, and we still don't have enough physical resistance. So let's try a shield, which I'm sure is going to put us over on spell resistance even more. So I may have to... Why don't we take a look at that, actually? Let's go to the wood station. Before we do this, though, let's look up crafted sets. Use Avast Secure here. Let's take a quick look at some ESO crafted sets. I want to know which ones specifically boost physical resistance as opposed to armor overall. So let's see here. Aren't there stuff over on the F Extra Life thing here? Physical. Ta-da. No. No. Physical resistance, that's a proc. Critical Night Mother's Gaze. Whenever you crit, you put a minus 5,000 debuff on them. No, there's nothing. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing here. It's only armor. There is no way to... There aren't... maybe before it got changed off to armor... Yeah, there's Death's Wind, which gives you a whole bunch of extra health. I don't really care about the 5-piece on that one. Yeah, it's all armor now. There is no, like... It used to be separate physical resistance and spell resistance. So, yeah, things were dumbed down a little. So now we just plain have too much spell resistance. So we're trying to close the gap on physical resistance here. So let's make a Shield of Twilight's Embrace, Champion 160, and set it to something defensive. Sturdy, impenetrable, let's see here. Cost of block. Let's make a Reinforced Shield of Twilight's Embrace for some extra magic. See how high we can crank this. Champion 160, improve. It can go up to Legendary, so we can actually make a Legendary tanking shield out of this. We're probably going to have to swap out to heavy armor, and when we do that, the next question is, what do we do? I'm tempted to go... Alright, why don't we just make a Legendary tanking shield out of this? So 1995 armor. The current shield has only 1720 armor. This will only give us another 200 resistance, though. Well, we'll put in a super awesome enchant on it then. It is a legendary shield, so we should probably do a legendary enchant to put with it as well. Lock. Equip. That gets us to 28,492, so we're not spec'd for tanking, which means we need to lose the light armor. These need to become heavy pieces, and we have to pick a new set, because Crafty Alfiq is only available in light armor. So why don't we let's pick a new set then. We got to go all heavy for this. So yeah, you're pretty much, you're forced into heavy armor. If you're not spec'd for tanking, you are forced into all heavy. So I mean, a lot of what you get in terms of resources is based on that sort of thing too. But all right, let's go find a heavy set to make then, because we have to make a set of jewelry as well. So it's got to be jewelry, and oh, this is gonna knock me down big time here. So I guess we don't have Shaka Tank anymore. We just do tank. We'll do Shaka Tank with a bunch of magic stuff on it, and then yeah, we'll do a Shaka Tank with some magic stuff on it, and then we'll do some other stuff. Why am I in Firefox? Wrong browser. Stream Manager. Oh yeah, we're doing this through Twitch. Here I was worried that I might have closed my live control room. All right, so ESO crafted sets. Let's pick a new set. We need to switch to heavy armor. We're short on physical resistance, so I guess we'll see what we can get. There's Adept Rider, which I don't know if we want to do that. Armor, Magic Health Armor. Torug's Pact. Trial by Fire. While under the effects of any elemental status effect, you gain 8,500 armor. That wouldn't be good because we'll just go way over the cap and stuff like that. Twilight's Embrace. Is there something with a ton of magic? Because the more, the merrier. Or we could just do some kind of tri-gear or something like that. There's Shackle Breaker, which would give an additional 2,000 magic and 2,000 stamina, along with a bunch of recovery and some weapon damage and spell damage out in the Elder Scrolls stuff thing there. There's also Willow's Path, which gives you a ton of recovery. So we could also do... we can't do 9 traits with that, though. We'd have to swap out to Fortified Brass Jewelry. I don't have the jewel crafting to do that. Max Stamina. Law of Julianos is a bunch of crit, a bunch of damage, 300 damage actually. That's really good. 300 spell damage, 1000 max magic. So most of the stuff here, let's see, Redistributor, that's in the Imperial City. Magical Health. The Clever Alchemist is based on potions and stuff. Gravestake Collector, Cold Harbor's Favorite. Now we're getting into 8 traits and 9 traits here. Orgnum Scales. That's all just health, though. Max health, max health. Not totally looking to jack health too much. Spectre's Eye. No, that's not it. Way of the Arena. Craglorn. Max health, stamina, and magicka reduces the cost of break free by 40%. The one I really liked was Twiceborn Star. 2 Mundus boons at the same time, but I don't think I can make that for jewelry. So we're going to have to bump it back down a notch. Magic recovery, da-da-da-da-da-da. There's Magnus's Gift. We could always do that as well. 10,000 max magicka. There's the Seducer set, which is 1,000 more magic. So what exactly are we losing from Crafty? Well, the thing is with Crafty Alfiq, we can always find some Crafty Alfiq. I think, are there Crafty Alfiq weapons? I don't think there are. I don't think there are. Crafty Alfiq. We're gonna have to drop that. Nuts. Let's put an arcane trait on whatever we do make, though. Let's do Shacklebreaker from Vardenfell. Let's make a bunch of Shacklebreakers so we get some stamina, which is the block resource. We're gonna be losing magic anyways, so we might as well go down to 2,000 magic instead of 1, 2, like 3, like 7,000 magic. We're taking a huge hit by doing this. So, banker. No, I don't even have it in the bank. I have it. Yeah, let's go to. We could actually go to Vivek City and make that there first. So let's head off to Vivek. Let's do Vivek City. By the way, Mike, let's do a mic check on this. This isn't set to omnidirectional. I know I've been doing some jokey demonstrations of what bad streaming looks like. Took a while to register. Cardioid. 70% gain. Yep, everything's as normal. Alright, Vardenfell. Let's go off to Vivek. We'll make something here. There's an enchanter thingy over by Vivek City as well. Could do Ritz. We're here. It's not as straightforward as doing them in Somerset. Not quite as straightforward as doing them in Somerset. We can just do some Ritz. Yes, I know, I have mail. Whatever. Alright. Let's go over to here. Make one of these things. Alright. Use one of the rare kutas. Mako. Let's do Rapora, Mako, Kuta. Put that on that shield we just made. Let's put that on the shield. We're probably going to type confirmed because it's a locked item. Unless we unlock it. Enchant. There we go. Defense shield. Now puts us back up to 41,000 magic. Lock. Alright. I think the big thing with Frost Staff, too. Well, I don't need the taunt from Destruction Staff. I can just take the taunt from the Undaunted now that I have that, which is a ranged taunt which runs off of magicka. Let's go make some Shacklebreaker armor, which I believe is up here. Zergonopal, there it is. So 5 pieces of that gets us the... That gets us 2,000 magic, 2,000 stamina. Then we'll see where we're at on all of this. We're going to all heavy, so that's going to drop down, probably drop down the spell resistance, but boost the physical resistance. It has to be all heavy, so let's go to the smithy station for this one. If we don't attract a bazillion Atronarchs in the process. There's the smithy. Let's make something. Alright, what's coming after me? Nothing. Okay, good. It says I'm still in combat, so whatever, it's probably a caster, that's why. Okay, it stopped. Failed to set a new skill due to a bug in ESO. Kill a mob and try again. Whatever. Alright, so, set apparel. We need to do belt, we need to do gauntlets, they need to all be reinforced too. We need to crank this armor as high as possible here. Okay, and we also have to make a set of jewelry. We can do that, right? Hopefully I have the skill for it. Otherwise, we got to redo all of the tank gear, which means deconning everything. I have done fortified brass jewelry before. So, all right, Shackle Breaker Gauntlets, Champion 160, reinforced for extra armor because we're trying to get close to 30 grand. All right, so now let's match that up with a girdle, which will get me over to all heavy armor now. Let's see how much we could probably upgrade it to epic, just like everything else. Oh man, I haven't played all heavy in so long. When I first started playing the game, I was like, let's see what I can do in heavy armor. I'm gonna cast spells and run around. So, heavy armor in this game is biased towards tanking. Always biased towards tanking. Okay, let's see what just equipping the armor does to the numbers. Magic numbers, again, 33,000. 35,000 spell resistance. So 30,000, wearing all heavy, reinforced, gets you to 30,000 resistance. There you go. So no, this isn't good enough. So what was that set with armor that I saw? Get the F Extra Life thing up there again. What was that DLC armor that just came out with Flames of Ambition? I thought I saw a second set of armor. Let's see, I thought I saw, yeah. They're cauldron sets, so that's like arena or something. Plus armor, 1206. Activating block puts a damage shield on you. So I think I've seen extra armor and whatnot. So let's go back to the crafted sets. We need something that's literally plus armor. Adept Rider would have it. I don't know if we need it though. Torug's Pact. See, the thing is, if we do something like this, then we can actually not wear... We don't need the full force, so we can actually bring in maybe Crafty Alfiq. Well, we need Crafty Alfiq weapons to pull that off. So, well, this really makes it interesting now, doesn't it? I need something with plus armor. It's got to be plus armor, or we're never going to hit that. The White Strake's Retribution. Da-da-da. Fortified Brass is where I get most of the armor from. Put you close to being able to tank. Max Stamina. Max Magicka. Spell damage, weapon damage. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Might of the Lost Legion gives you health as well. Alessia's Bulwark. Alessia's Bulwark actually has a bunch of extra armor. So there's that's available. Not quite as good as Fortified Brass. That gives you some plus health. So that looks interesting. What else? Where else can we get plus armor? Song of Lamai. That has a proc associated with it. So the thing is, I'm using really boring... Yeah, I'm using really boring armor sets. Oblivion's Foe. Da-da-da. Spectre's Eye. See, the thing is, I'm not really interested in the 5-piece on this, so what that does me is I'm changing the weapons. So we can take a 3-piece with something else. So, do a 3-piece with 2-hander, sword and board, and then 1 piece of armor in there, so we can actually not have 2 5-piece bonuses if I'm not interested in them. But that would give us an additional 1487 armor, and that would mean... Open up calculator here. So we're at 30,000, 3648 plus 1487 would get us to 32,135, so we're still not capped. We need an actual mitigation set that has 2 bonuses of armor in order to finish this off, I think. And that would be something like Song of Lamai. Song of Lamai has 1487 times 2. And we could reinforce... Well, we do sort of. Alessia's Bulwark. You have 50% chance to reduce attackers' weapon damage by 300. So 1487. Let's do 1487 times 2. These sets that have 1487 times 2 give you 2974 armor, which versus what we have right now, 2974 plus 3648 would be 33,622. So the only way to get capped now, the only way to get armor capped is to deliberately... Yeah, is to deliberately create... Yeah, we have to actually wear a mitigation. We have to wear 2 mitigation sets in order to get armor capped at 33 grand. So we have 35 and 30. We're too high on spell resistance now. We're too high on spell resistance, so we could actually cut out some of the armor if we really wanted to. But we just need plus physical resistance here. So, and that's the big thing that's missing, is that the old talent system used to give you, the old champion system used to give you plus physical resistance in that respect. What we have nowadays, though, is just health, basically. You can get a bunch of extra armor from here, but where else can you get armor anywhere in this tree? Well, let's just sweep the board and see what we have here. Block damage, block. Everything out here has something to do with shields over by this weapon. So, let's go back to here. Movement speed, sprint. Not very tanky at all. Max health, stamina. See, that's the thing. I mean, this is not really a tank tree as much as it used to be. You just have that one thing with armor. And then there isn't some kind of repeat anywhere in the tree. Break free cost. Proc. Break free. Crowd control immunity. That's not it. So that is actually now in here. So we'd have to drop points where? Critical resistance. This is the minus. Yeah, so this is minus damage from attacks, and it blocks off all of this. But these are all minus damage percents, including the old riposte ability. So way down here under Bulwark, which is something we'd have to point over to. When you have a shield or frost staff equipped, your spell and physical resistance is increased by 1900. That still wouldn't get me there, though. Bracing for a damage shield. There is nothing. There is nothing here that will help with that. We have to get a whole bunch more points in order to get that. And if we had plus 1900, we would have what? Where's that calculator again? So we're at 3648. It's 3648 plus 1900 is 32548. So we still would be about 500 points short of cap. And that's with speccing into defense. So basically, yeah, if you're tanking, you're tanking. The end. 31,000 health because of the heavy armor bonus. So that's a good thing to have. But with Shacklebreaker is not going to close this gap. We have to do something else with it. Shacklebreaker will not close the gap. We got to work on something else. Let's pick some new sets here. All right. All right. Leave this guy doing something while we look up what it is we're going to do here. Oh, yeah. So there you go. If you're not spec'd into tanking, the only way you have any chance of hitting the armor cap, is by, yeah, the only chance you have is either via, well, are there skills and abilities that we could use for this? Let's see what we have here. So under heavy armor, we have 343, so you get 2,500 spell and physical resistance for every piece of heavy armor equipped. Health recovery, 700 resources back whenever you take hits, plus 14% max health, 28% more stuff restored from heavy attacks, which is doubled up by if we take restoration staff and things like that. Adric Spear, what do we have? Critical damage to 10. Balanced Warrior gives an extra 2,000 spell damage that we don't need. So this is what's putting me over the cap, is this Templar skill. Cost reduction, Dawn's Wrath, and then Restoring Light. It's more related to healing and stuff like that. So you got over here on the light armor side of things, you get plus spell damage, or spell resistance. We're not benefiting from any of that stuff now. Breton skills are plus spell resistance. So, yeah, if a Breton tanks, they're better off against magic than they are against physical attacks. So that's the issue here if your tank is a Breton. So we're too high on spell resistance. And it was too easy to hit that for spell resistance too. So that's really the issue here, is that Medium armor doesn't have that, does it? No, medium armor doesn't have, what do we have? Weapon crit, stamina recovery, sneak, weapon damage, and sprinty type stuff. Bonuses? That's the issue. So, light armor gives you plus spell resistance. Heavy armor gives you both resistances. There's really nothing left that gives you just physical resistance. The only thing is that the question I have is that offset by the heavy armor bonus? So, each piece of heavy armor, so minus 8% damage from martial attacks, plus 8% damage blocked, etc. That's the question I have here. So, does the inability to hit the cap with this setup? You know what? Let's see if we can solve this through enchanting. Let's go back to the castle. Because maybe there's some enchants we could use instead of plus magic to do things that way. Because, I mean, I don't really need plus magic if I could still wear my crafty Alfiq gear. So if I still wear crafty Alfiq, light armor, are there enchants I can throw on my tank gear that will close this gap a little? Where exactly? All right, let's go see. Because I think there are enchants for plus physical resistance. I've just never used them before. I've never had a reason to use them. So yeah, the only way to do this through gear is to wear 2 plus armor sets, so you don't get any bonuses to your stats from your armor except maybe health. It is tank gear, but come on now. Let's go to the enchanting table here and see what we got. If you want these aspects here, like yeah, these Detiri runes that I never have any use for. So if we do like Repora and Rekuta, that's a damage shield. So no, we don't get plus. That's a damage shield and it goes on your weapon. But if we swap it to Itade, reduce the target's physical and spell resistance by 1498 for 5 seconds. So yeah, it's stuff that you can. So this isn't the right essence. So that's not there. Frost. What's in Deco? That's a new one. I haven't seen that one yet. How about Kadiri? That reduces the cost of block. Let's see. Physical harm. Tadiri. Adds 856 physical resistance, but it's a jewelry enchant. And if we change that to a Rapora, we're short on physical resistance. That adds weapon damage. See, here's the stupid part. Itade, 856, 816, about 2400 physical resistance. So, we do that. Let's do the math on that. Plus 856 physical resistance. Get the calculator back out. So we put it on 2 rings. Could probably get better if we upgrade these to legendary. So 856 times 3, 2568 resistance. So right now we are at 3648. That would put us a lot closer to the cap. Plus 30648 is 33,000. That would cap us. So basically, with what we have, which is all heavy armor, but what if we go back to Shaka Tank, get crafty Alfiq and a ton more magicka to cast some spells with? That put us at 28,217, but we could drop some of that magic. We could drop some of that magic and get up to 30,000 physical resistance that way. So yeah, we're back to having to figure out what to do about. Oh, really? So, how you hit those caps has changed here. So yeah, we get recovery, plus some spell damage, and then you have a bunch of extra stamina and magic. Stamina can be used for blocking in this case. So, oh boy. How about a Nern-honed weapon? What exactly were Nern-honed weapons? Could we finally have a use for that? So, Nern-honed, that's weapon damage when it's on weapons. But if we Nern-hone some armor, it's 220 physical and spell resistance, but that's just Champion 160. That's 220. So 220. If we Nern hone it, I don't know if that's even worth it versus just plus armor. Not audacity. I don't want that. Let's see. 220 times 8. Times 8. That's another 1700 resistance, but we'd have to give up the plus armor on that, and we'd give up all that other stuff. Yeah, so right. All right then. So for the jewelry then, we'll make some shackle breaker stuff here. And let's put what have I gotten myself into? All I want to do is tank. So I mean I could go in right now with 2800. Probably can get up to 30,000. I'd probably do like low-level tanking that way. Let's just make those enchantment things. Fire, physical harm. There we go. Tadiri. What was it? Itade. Rekuta. Yeah, let's make 3 of those. Just throw them on the jewelry we create. So we get 2,000 resistance that way. And let's go make the shackle breaker jewelry. See, that's the issue, is that, well, among the heavy sets, you know what? Right, let's go take a look here. Among the heavy sets, is there something that favors magic tanks? That's really the question I have here. So, heavy only, between everything. Is there something I could go for, like grind a dungeon for, go get dolmens, do something like that? Add some cool tanky stuff to my collection here. This is where we get into like procs and stuff. Black Rose. It's the Imperial City. Tri-stat plus weapon and spell damage. Increases the what's restored from the Constitution passive, which is plus magic and stamina from a heavy attack by 60%. That helps the resource regen in that respect. Damage shield stuff. Is there something with like magic and health that's made for magic tanks? Elfbane, that's fire damage. Ember Shield. That will crank spell resistance even higher when it's already too high. Eternal Vigor. 1487 armor. You can actually somersault through enemies through the roll dodge and do damage to them and knock them down for 3 seconds. Like, who would use that in a fight? I mean, it's kind of the sort of thing where it's... Plague Doctor, though. Heavy armor, Breton Deshan. Plague Doctor. It's like a crap ton of health. Let's see. Where do you get that stuff? It's Plague Doctor. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's an overland set. So if we want to crank health through the roof, that's what we go get. It's basically like Crafty Alfiq. We're looking at the heavy sets here. Max health, spell damage, max health. Spell damage, that's Vampire Cloak. That sounds kind of cool. Armor plus... That's it. Flames of Ambition. Location, the Cauldron. That's the armor set that I was talking about. So... Yeah. That's what I saw in the patch notes. Okay, let's go make some shackle breaker jewelry and try tanking something. Let's do this. Off to Vardenfell once again. 30,000 health, but we're close. We're over on spell resistance. All right, let's see. Shackle breaker. We don't have any magic on those yet either, so you might as well go grab some of those enchants from the... Yeah, so we might as well throw some enchants on here as well. Kind of strange that we're taking this route, but storage coffer. Give me 2 of those. All my characters can use them for their armor. So let's enchant that heavy. Enchant these 2 heavy pieces. Let's go try it out. You can also get a frost staff and start... Well, the thing with... Oh, that's part of the problem, too. The frost staff would actually take a hit in terms of the resistance that it offers now, because we don't have that perk anymore. So let's do Resto. Do we have a frost staff? Go get one from the bank. I don't think it's going to work as well, even if it's defense frost staff. Because, again, the big thing that has been removed from the champion system... Let's go here. The big thing that has been removed from the champion system... Weapons. Do I have a ice staff? There it is. Inidaxium ice staff. It's a defense staff. I don't have... There's the... This is the legendary staff. We'll take that one. Swap. It's a 3127 now, but I bet the numbers are going to be worse. Okay, there's the ice staff. That's equipped. 35 and 30 versus 35 and... Okay, all right. It balances out. Good. So, all right. So we can block with Magicka when we have this and go tank for this sort of thing. All right, let's go make some jewelry here. We're going to lose some magic in the process. Already down to 35,236 with those 2 pieces of Shackle Breaker. Ugh, recovery is worse too. Tank recovery of resources based on getting hit by stuff. So, let's go do this. Vardenfell. Let's go make it happen. This is sad, though. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have tank characters. But even with tank characters, you know, you're only speccing into -% damage on various types of damage you can receive. So there's only the one perk Bulwark buried in that part of the tree that gives you plus 1900 resistance with a frost staff or a shield. So even that's kind of nerfed. So yeah, harder to hit the caps when you're tanking. As opposed to losing 100 champion points to gain 5,000 resistance in a favored armor type. Oh, Nerf-a-palooza. Another major thing, another major reason too why any plus resistance you get, like playing as a Nord, actually helps with this kind of stuff. So, might want to level some Nords. Alright, Vardenfell for Shackle Breaker. Let's make some Shackle Breaker jewelry. Off to the Valley of the Wind. I suppose we could tank with the other stuff too, but then we have to think about making a plus health set or something. Or we could just go get that that Dishan set. See how we want to go about that. We can also reconstitute armor as well in today's day and age. Well, we got 50 bazillion flame atronarchs coming after us now, so... Yeah, go ahead. I'm close to the cap. Your attacks are going to hit like a wet noodle. They'd hit a tank even less. And so will I. So long. Now, let's see here. Where's the jewelry station? Over here? Been a while since I've been out in this area. Might as well go solo something at the rate we're going. There's also porcupine stuff, too. One of the, Wasn't there some kind of... Or am I getting my classes mixed up? Alright, can we make the jewelry for this? Yes, we can. So we're going to do Champion 160 with all this platinum we got sitting around. We'll put Arcane on it. Well, what other stuff do we have here? Movement speed, tri-stat. Ooh. Spell and physical resistance by 1053. So we can make some tank gear. That's 1,000. And then put the... That's 1,000. Holy cannoli. Wait a minute. 3,000 plus the enchants. Wait a minute. So that's a ring protected with titanium. 2 ring. Stop. So this could let us use the crafty Alfiq. 1053 times 3 gives us 3159. Switch back to Shaka Tank with the crafty Alfiq and the ton of magic. Okay, so we're at 28,217 and we're over the cap on spell resistance. So, the shortfall that we're trying to close, 33,000. So what we do is 33,000. Can we transmute? I think we can transmute jewelry in the... Yeah, so... What's up, chat? 33,000 minus currently at 28,217. The shortfall is 4783 for resistances. We can, if we change the, yeah, we're over on spell resistance. So take 3 tank rings that don't give you plus magic, give up a little bit of magic. Whoop-de-doo, we have crafty Alfiq. swap that over to protective, and then put those enchants on them. Let's go up to the Clockwork City. I think there's a way to make this work with 2 pieces of light armor. That did switch off to Crafty Alfiq, didn't it? Yeah, good. So we get a ton of magic for healing and blocking with the Frost Staff, things like that. Get a ton of magic for that and have a way to toughen up without hitting like a wet noodle and not spec for tank. Alright, change the traits. Can we change traits on jewelry? Let's go back to the Clockwork City. See. Crafty, no. That'd be interesting because then we'd focus on some other stuff. There's got to be a way to make this work. We're trying to make up for a shortfall in resistance. The guy's a Breton, so he's got the spell side all set. It's the physical side that isn't right. See. Can we change... Can we transmute the materials on this? No, that's weapons. This one. We can swap it over to protective and get 1100 resistance. So, get a set of Crafty Alfiq jewelry and put it over to protective, then add... Alright, so that gives us... that's 1190. Our shortfall is 4783. With just second calculator, 1190 times 3, changing the type of jewelry gets us to 3570. Those enchants we made, probably truly superb something. 856 apiece. So those enchants, let's do a third calculator here. 856 times 3 represent 2568. And 3570, that by itself is more than enough to cover the 4783 shortfall. So we'll start with 3570. We'll add 856s until we hit 4783. So on the second calculator, plus 856, 1 enchant is 4426. 2 enchants cap the character, so we can actually put arcane on a third thing as well. So yeah, it is possible to keep the Crafty Alfiq. Alright, let's deconstruct all of that then. We just have to specify that some of this Crafty Alfiq stuff that I have, some of the Crafty Alfiq jewelry, which, where can we get that? Dragon fights? That's gonna be tough to get more of. We basically need to go run stuff.
I have to get metal arms now? Modifications are extended.
So, okay. Let's have some fun with this then. How much... Lauren has Crafty Alfiq, so we're short on Crafty Alfiq gear. We gotta go get some... We gotta go get some things. We gotta run daily dungeons with everybody. Let's do that. Alright, let's do that then. Let's get the two-hander. We need a ton of those, because we can actually reconstitute those as many Crafty Alfiq things as we can by having everybody run daily dungeons to get those transmute stones. That's how we'll do it. But I do have several. I have several sets of. They just gotta get the platings. They just gotta get the platings to upgrade them. Well, in this case, hey, you know, enchants real easy to make. Swap it out. Decrease physical harm. Unlock. Unlock. Let's just do that. Physical resistance plus physical resistance. Get some more kutas. We can upgrade those to... There we go. So that gets us to 30,000 with the Crafty Alfiq at the expense of not that much in terms of magic. Same here, 34 and 30. Not quite 33,000. Well, let's go tank some stuff then.
Well,
some tank practice, things like that. So that's it then. Not gonna hit very hard, and we actually have to get a separate set of stuff for damage now with Crafty Alfiq. So in order to get plus magic from that. Still 41,000 magic, though.
Extensions of the truth of your soul.
41,000 magic. We can just do that. That's divines. We don't even have the right shield equipped either. Swap in the tank shield that we just made. That gets us to 3106. All right, let's save this as the Shaka tank gear then. We don't need that other stuff. Whoops. Wrong one. No. I want the reinforced shield. So we got 34 and 31. Well, 31's pretty close to the cap. It's better than those people going in as DPS. It's better than those DPS that just want a shorter queue. So, now that's official Shaka tank. We just have to get another set of jewelry in order to get our healing stuff back. Otherwise, we have plus physical resistance on it. We can also transmute them over to titanium as well to finish the climb. Yeah, the climb to 33 grand. Well then, maybe we should go tank something for somebody. Group! Let's just do a daily or something. Random normal. Watch, it's gonna be like Moon Hunter Keep or something. What? I'm actually... Oh, okay. Let's go have some fun here. Watch, they'll probably say I'm too slow or something. The number 4 skill on this one is the taunt. Okay, good. Still rocking what for 2,600 spell damage. That is pitiful. One of the DPS fell asleep. 30,000, but we're close to the resistance cap, so we'll see how hard things are. The one thing we're missing, though, is minus... That's what we used to get, too, from the trees. So, the warrior trees in particular used to give you, like, take less damage from AoE, single target, direct damage, things like that. So that's the one thing that has changed.
Capable combatants.
Someone declined the invite. You mean a DPS fell asleep waiting for their super long queues?
Lisanir does not understand. Khajiit? Argonians? They are apostles as well?
Well, they take anyone, don't they?
It does not.
Wish I had some porcupine tank stuff here.
Not that
though.
it does us any good, mind you. We're all strapped down and slack.
All right, let's try this out. Watch it. Spindle clutch. I can handle that. I think I've done this one before. Let's take this for a spin. Not spec'd for tank, but close to the cap. Okay, Oh, great, I have 3 DPS. Nobody's healing. Oh, there we go. 29 grand. All right, let's do this.
On your feet, you louts. We're going back in.
Hope I'm not going too fast already. Over here, everybody over here. Switch off. We'll just tank with stamina until we have to tank with magic, and then there's a much bigger pool. Oh, wait. There's no more taunt. There's no more taunt on heavy attacks, so we might as well just do this. Plunk. Way more magic, too, so let's do that, do that. Come on, everybody. There we go. Is there a boss nearby? Shaka tank! It's like if Shakanins in Burning Crusade could tank. No, don't beat up the other guy. Beat me up, darn it. Whoops, waste of a ultimate. Hey, the sorcerer pet found something. Let's destroy it. All right.
That was a nasty beast. This way, squad.
Whoops. Have you ever done this before? Yes, I have, but I usually am chasing after a tank that's way too fast. Ah, okay. Well, we're probably gonna end up with Ants and Pants DPS. Of course, in this game, the tank is mostly for bosses. DPS can usually just burn down all the trash. There we go. Do some damage there, and there's a boss. 5885. Get some stamina back.
Your delicious.
Here, bossy, bossy. Over here. Whoops. Forgot there's no riposte or anything, but not taking any damage anyways. The healer is probably DPSing. Let us do this. We'll throw dots on all the ads. Over here, boss. Everything takes damage, and these guys can dispel their negative conditions by using the synergy. And let's finish this thing off. 2,700. That's how you know I'm spec'd for tanking. Really missing that, chest! More trash loot that nobody's gonna care about. Tempted to just go grab the next... Is that the... Sorrel something something? No, this... The Luna... I should probably turn nameplates on so I can actually know who the healer is. Well, if you see the green bar drop down, just taunt off of whoever's getting hit. Alright. Here, spiders. Oh, no, no, no. Now we're doing... No, this is Nocturnal, I think. Oh, yeah. Let's throw a whole bunch of dots on everything. Throw down damage over time. Da-da-da-da. Just gotta remember to do plus spell damage on the pulls.
Stop. Burn!
Define damage over time for all. Where's the boss? That's a boss. Here, boss. Over here.
Set it ablaze!
Whoop, whoop. Next. Even pulled an ultimate thing here, too, so.
I heard him. Earn it! Heal me!
Just stinks that I'm not doing as much damage. What? Just swung right through it like it's Morrowind. Come on, I want more stamina to block with. Or I just use the frost staff. Doo-da, doo-da. I'm guessing this Dragon Knight sometimes tanks. Certainly running like one. That's a boss. Over here, boss. Really? Don't get run through, people. Next. Whoops, wrong button.
Light it up! I need healing!
Could always do Resto Staff for regen. Yeah, that Dragon Knight definitely does some tanking. Let's see, is there another hidden boss over here? We'll see whose health bar goes down the lowest.
Set it ablaze!
Or the slowest. How about over here? Now let's pull some more. If someone dies, we'll only pull half the room at a time. Not hardly taking any damage. That's the fun of being close to the cap, which is probably overkill for normal difficulty. Hey, why don't we just pull the boss at the same time? Over here. We'll throw dots and everything. Whoops. That's one of those things I think where you're supposed to look away from the boss. Hey, everybody cleanse your negative condition thingies. Someone's spec to tank, and they're DPSing. That's a nuke attack. I don't know if this game has tank busters like Final Fantasy, but... Activity complete. There we go. Everybody turn your quests and have a nice day. One warfare and one fitness point from that run. Good. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Not bad, but I'm missing my DPS stuff here. Of course, I could just equip a sword for an extra few hundred spell damage. So I think the big thing here, thank you for group. Nice people. I didn't get some ants in pants DPS or anything. So, all right, yeah. So how are we gonna get these transmute stones here? Besides, without grinding dungeons, could always go swap out and do some healing. Get the two-hander. Sabatons of Nightmare, Robes of Prayer, da-da-da-da-da. Damage shield every time you overheal. Init Axiom. We gotta get in the... Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. A two-handed weapon is supposed to count as 2 items. Why is this not working? Is it because it's not equipped? Yeah, that's why. Duh. Come on, dude. ESO 101. Back to the castle. So that's how we're gonna do this, huh? Well, why don't we just check the mail while we're at it? Got one of those. And some more materials. So that's really what we need then, is 10 transmute crystals for the daily. Nice. We can just decon all of this. How do we get more of those transmute crystals? That's the big question here. Because that's what we need in order to make more crafty Alfiq stuff. We also need to do crafting dailies, so while I'm watching other streamers, I'll be grinding those and things too. I don't know why I even bother with other MMOs at this point. Plenty of progression in this one. I think it's just a buyer's remorse thing. Never got a chance to play Shadowbringers, and now Endwalker has been announced. So I have a sight unseen copy of Shadowbringers. Haven't even played the darn quest yet. Final Fantasy, though, is just so limited compared to ESO and WoW these days. You basically have to be a Final Fantasy fan specifically to enjoy that game. You can always go get some Overland sets, too. Whisper Woe. How's that for a name for an item? Silky Threads. Sounds like a tailoring shop. Alright, so that's more stuff there. Nice. 5309. Let's check our currency, actually. So we have how many of those things? We have 30 transmute crystals. So we could grind dungeons all over the place. Although I think what I should do, except I don't have the stuff for it. Alright. Lauren has the next best set of jewelry. So, we'll deal with this later. We'll have the jewelry that she has will become DPS stuff. Or we can just have a little more physical resistance as a healer. I mean, we're just doing that kind of stuff here. Swap characters. She has what in terms of progression for the crafty Alfiq stuff? This is going to knock all the alts back. She has the second best set of gear. Looking all dapper, but then again, she's in the castle, so that's the thing. It is possible to get yourself up to cap, but it's going to take some work and some crafting skill. Ditch the dress. Come on, street clothes. Come on. Do-da-da-da. What exactly did she have for jewelry? She had purple, a purple and a blue. Oh, blues and purples. Yeah, it is extremely hard to get the materials to level up. Yeah, it's extremely hard to get the materials to level up your, level that stuff up. But, okay. And she also has hirelings as well. Okay. Wow, love the warm lighting effect. The TAA in this game is amazing. I'd say that ESO is a much better looking game than it was a couple of years ago. And they've added this to zoom in on characters too. There's a bit of an angle as they zoom the camera. So we go to Elena from last time. Boom. It's almost like The Sims, but not really. Alright, well, the other part of this is, I do have some characters who are made specifically, like Frida Snowhammer and stuff like that. Ulfric von Moosehammer, Nord Templar. So, hook him up with some stuff too. The Nords, though, get plus physical resistance and plus spell resistance, so they hit the cap a lot easier. Got a couple thousand less to go collect. So, either way. We could do, go in as a healer. Go in as a healer, and if the tank is complete rubbish, then... Go in as a healer, and then if the tank is complete rubbish, then switch off to the tank set. Yeah, well, I'm just going to have a little extra physical resistance with DPS gear. So for Shakadin, we'll bring in the two-hander, because that's got a boost to offensive stuff. We'll do a two-hander and Resto Staff. So plus spell damage, generic, to everything. And then all the bonuses to Resto as well. And for that, we just need more points. Be nice if I could get some of these other characters up to max level, though. Because then we could square off, you know, Nord's tanking versus Breton's tanking, make some gear, things like that. But fundamentally, we're just going to need more of those stones, those transmute stones. And I don't know if we get very many after the initial reward. So why don't we look that up? Where do we get these transmute stones in ESO, besides the dailies? Transmute crystals, excuse me. Wow. This computer really gets slammed when it's loading. Alright, it's type of currency item. Veteran Dungeons and Trials. Transmute crystals are bound to your account, cannot be traded, but can be used by any character in your account. Same as gold. 500 max, 1000 as an ESO Plus member. How to obtain transmutes? Defeat bosses in Veterans and Dungeons and Trials. Undaunted Pledges. Daily Random, First of the Day. PvP, and Holiday Events. So, what are the Undaunted Pledges? Why don't we just head out there and do that too? First, we gotta change up the Shakadin set. So, for this, we tended to have offensive stuff before, but let's actually swap in a two-hander. So we have the bonus for that now. Great Sword of Twilight's Embrace. There we go. Extra 1,000 magic. Extra 3,000 pen. 3296 unbuffed spell damage. With a little bit less magic, because we turn the rings into tank rings. I suppose we might as well see if we can get some Kuta enchant thingies there too, so get that up to speed as well. There we go. So for this, let's go here and let's just swap this out. Insert currently equipped. So now the two-hander is part of this. Can we upgrade that two-hander yet? I think we're short on materials. We have to do more crafting dailies. So this would be... And we also got to decide... Well, what do we have for a Mundus Stone? Were we playing with the Apprentice last time? I think we should keep it as the Mage. Now, the Mage still. So 3,300 magic. Which can be used as a block resource with this type of stuff. Alright. Yar, Ret Paladin. Something. Improvement. We're short. We're short one little thing here. Alright. Well, how about we go in as a healer? So this Resto Staff, is that... It's an offensive staff. Okay. I think half the issue here is that... yeah, so 33 grand spell damage versus 3,200 spell damage with a two-hander. Is everything set up in terms of Dawn's Wrath? We don't have Dark Flare on here, though. Yeah, let's see here. Let's just do this. And we'll apply the dot with the Resto Staff. But we want to be able to do like a boss nuke or something with this sword. Alright, why don't we swap roll? Oh, we do have points we can spend. What were we working on here? We have 3 points available in Warfare, which I think is what we need to get the full 1 point short before we can get an extra 100 spell damage. Which goes with the Shock-It-In type thing, or the kind of Righteous Paladin type thing we're going for here. 3 of those. Which of these were? We were leveling this one up. Almost to the next level in that one. Back it out. How about over here? This was plus health, which will help with tanking. Yep, let's just get as much health as we can. Confirm. Alright, how about we go in on the healing side of things and hope we don't... If we get a horrible tank, we'll just change back to the tank gear. So let's just make sure that's going to work correctly. Alright, so there's this. Now we go... Oh, the tank is terrible! Ice Staff. Defense Shield. Defense Sword. 34-31. I'd say it's pretty good, though. We're not at the cap, but we have got about 2,000 left to go. So, okay, swap this out then. Shock-It-In. Nice big two-hander, da-da-da. And a resto staff for when people get hurt and stuff, whatever. Let's go do some more groups and stuff. How about veteran? Let's see if we're ballsy enough to handle a veteran run. Watch, we'll probably get a tank that can't do anything. Alright, veteran. Wait a minute, that is... Transmute crystals are from veteran dungeons, right? Yes. Well, let's try it. Whoops. Just left the queue. Ah, no. Decline. I don't want to be tanking vets. Change that over. Alright, we'll try healing. You are a member of your group queued too recently. Well, thanks a lot. Forgot to change my role, and now I got this. What's the cooldown on that? Let's head out and do some stuff then. That gives a little bit more physical resistance. Way do we convert all that stuff over to tank stuff, too? Well, here's the interesting part. What if we get rid of some of those reinforcement thingies and go plus divines or something, or plus infused or something like that? I mean, if we're over on the cap, we can just get our mitigation from this, that, or the other. 69.53. I do want to have the... More Heartwood. Good. I do want to have the nuke, though, for this. So, let's see. Shock-It-In. Let's set this. Yeah, we don't have the right stuff for that either. So, let's do insert currently equipped. Now, what were we doing for the number 4 attack? I think we had... Well, here's the thing. We can always do rune focus. I think we had this, though. Ritual of Rebirth, or is that... Yeah, we had Ritual of Rebirth, the Paladin heal. Paladin-style heal. So insert currently equipped. And for Shock-It-In, swap that out. What? Why is that set like that? No, we want to do this. And Breath of Life. Set, insert. Set that to this. Reset icon, choose icon. Oh, so we click it and then we click that for this add-on. Alright. Yeah, bring that to the table. If anyone's tried to tank with a two-hander. I know they have, but with the new system, it seems like it would be a little more interesting in that respect. Craft. Why do I have an extra point? Ah, okay. We're at maximum for the plus health, so we got to put points in something else now. Haha. We got block cost, health recovery for every 10 ultimate. We don't have any more things we can swap in though for that. What's this? Stealth detection, elemental status effect, duration, cost of sprint, movement speed. Let's do block cost. There. $13. That's just, yeah, you can tell this guy's got a lot of heavy armor. $15. I can hit 15 grand on a big nuke. I think we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna have a bit less though because we dropped our magic down a little. Let's try a veteran. That was easy. Get in. We'll do full resto if we need to, but watch. We'll probably get like Moonhunter Keep or something. Yeah, we got a DPS. Blessed Crucible. Oh, this is a new one. Well, it's been nice streaming with you folks. I am gonna get clobbered and probably kicked from the group. Oh, man. Well, the tank has 43,000, so that's good. Get in here, and then let's see how this works. Let's go running into the lava.
Fresh meat for the crucible, eh?
Let's
What, a resto staff?
Good idea. Get 'em, boys.
Take these down.
Guess that'll do. Open the gates.
The fun part about the specific morph that I have here is that I can go to the entire rest of the party and throw hots on everything. Yeah, this tank knows what they're doing.
move to flank!
No! Kill!
I smashed you to bits.
I'm guessing we don't want to be in front of this guy. Don't stand in the cone attack! MMO 101, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just throw some dots on everything and hot everybody else up. Whoop, somebody's healing. That was an easy one. Sword Dancer's Belt. What's that do? Oh, look, it's a giant dual-wielding thing. I'm sure the people that do a lot of dual-wielding really like that stuff, huh? Okay, let's just go in and let's just do the resto staff thing. I know we got the sword and everything, but yeah, why not?
Enough to face the pack? Let the games begin.
Consecrate.
Go around!
There we go. We could always wait until everyone takes a serious amount of damage and use the burst heal. spell damage. Might as well get in on the fight.
Let's see if they can handle something a little harder, eh?
Consecrate. If people start taking some serious hits, I'll use the burst heal. Might as well have some fun and look all knightly. Down with thee, knave. Have at thee, or something.
You're doing very well. It looks as if there's some fight.
I might have done this one before.
Take them down.
Well, the fun part is the consecrate can be used to activate a synergy that does some healing and removes negative effects. Or you just do that. Just do that. Keep remembering to drop the AE. Save the magic for heals. That's one of the kind of paladin-like things I'm doing with this two-hander. Plus 300 spell power, which we know applies to heals from some of the recent experiments.
Sloths, drunkards, and fools we had to offer.
Adorable. Shall we give them a pendant?
I say, let's see how these.
Okay, let the tank pick up the.
Against a real challenge.
To arms.
Let the tank pick up the things we're supposed to be fighting. Yes. I'll get plus spell damage. Do that. Interrupt that guy. We have some company. Throw a few heals around if anybody needs it. But I should be able to just chop away at something.
Use this to defeat them.
15-1. Burst heal. Yep. Oh yeah, I'm just standing here like a... Oh, the tank's over there. Kind of forgot where the tank was.
To defeat them.
Zonk. Don't forget to take the plus spell damage, which increases the damage over time in the arena.
Don't abide. Jesus.
The Noble Duelist. We'll check that out after the run. Plunk. Remember, if you get poisoned or anything, use the synergy. That's like trying to tell people to click on Lightwell as a holy priest in WoW. Whatever. Next. I suppose with the kind of numbers I've got, and the, it depends if you get a decent group or not, though, but 44,000 health on a tank. As long as they're not a magic sponge. Certainly seen some of those before. Oh yeah, I'll just, maybe we could throw a few of those around. Throw a few smites here. 7,500. Must be some damage reduction because it's veteran difficulty. Or something like that. Or maybe I'm an idiot. I should stop throwing spells around in heavy armor. 9,300. Should just dot everything. We'll just charge up some weapon damage tax. Someone get hit? One of the DPS. The thing is, everybody can bring heals. That's a wild card. This group just really knows their stuff. Girdle of Nicholas. Gives me a reason to finish leveling two-handed, though. 20 points to go.
We don't abide, cheaters.
I'm actually curious, though. Could we actually do like a...
Team that brings me the hit. Let the grand melee begin.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't use the nuke spell.
Light it up.
Throw a bunch of those around. Throw some hots on everybody. Grand melee, you got that right. Where's the person that needs a ton of healing?
Flank now.
Let's get some magic back that way and then...
From the sides.
Who's that? Getting targeted. DPS getting trained. In a sense, you know, playing a Templar in this game kind of reminds me of Resto Druids sometimes. Gladiator Frost Mage.
We have it! The winners of the Grand Melee! Now for the true test. I've tamed the most exotic and dangerous beasts from the dark corners of Tamriel to test these challenges! The first monstrosities presented for your
We had 30 of those things to start. Alt tennis.
These creatures laid waste to an entire village before I captured them. Without further ado,
Yeah, I've done this one before. It looks familiar.
a magically corrupted strain of shock. I call them incineration beetles!
Dragon Knight. Stamina Dragon Knight. Interesting. I'll throw a few spells around. I think these folks are using the synergy to heal themselves. Hey, where's the other person? Oh, whoops, stood in the fire. Which you should not stand in. Well, wait till the fire goes out. Get out of the fire. All right, resto staff. Throw some hots around. Okay, the fire's out.
These challenges are surprisingly fierce.
Oops, my bad.
Here's the real
Some cool
reason
people.
you've come today.
They're not like, oh, you healer. What do you do that for? Nice. Maybe these folks will want to run something else. Yeah, right. The tank will drop group instantly and get another instant Q.
Pray to your gods and make your peace.
Caltrops.
Face the stinger.
Let the tank pick up the boss. All right, now we can do all the wild stuff. Plus heal over time. Throw some big ones at the boss if need. Whoops. Not trying to draw attention here. Little healing weave in there. If the tank takes too much damage, we'll throw a big heal over that way.
Impossible. How
That's like
did
a
you win?
molten core boss. Really basic tank and spank.
From the volcanic island.
Obviously, these people have done these before. At this difficulty level.
Knows no mercy. The vicious, the cruel, the Troll King.
The Troll King. Uh-oh. Throw a dot. Yeah. Yeah, don't get stomped by the Troll King. What am I doing? Well, nobody got stomped by the Troll King, did they? Nope. We'll just use the magic for healing then. So long, Troll King. Alright, this noble duelist. Ah, cool. It's kind of like that thing that boosts your damage. I'm sure that Templars that use the spear attack will really love that one. So why don't we swap out... Let's do the cleave attack no matter what for Dawn's Wrath. Swap that out.
Set it ablaze.
Now we have more dots to throw on everything, like a holy warlock or something. Food buff. Hey, use the synergy to dispel the poison. That's what these consecrate things do. Missed. Should go check out Deshan then. See what we can do with that plus health gear. See how high... I'll have like 55,000 health and not be able to do any damage, but... just taunt everything in sight.
Get out!
I've never actually tried cranking my health really high. The wardens, though, can benefit immensely from that. Unfortunately, I don't have access to my own synergy. Oh, that's a boss! Well, that explains a few things. Plus spell damage. Hit him with the lance. Check out this guy. 4,700 on a heavy. There must be some damage reduction because it's veteran difficulty. Sash of the Noble Duelist. I think this is where my last group that did this wiped. What was that? Looks very, very Daedric. Oh, look, it's the Lava Queen. I wonder what that means. Lots of fire attacks? Yeah, that means stay out of all the lava. Alright, she's getting rezzed. Throw some hots around. So, with that super attack, don't stand in the lava. This is veteran difficulty. Yeah. Well then, let's throw down one of those. Throw down one of those. Strafe. Come on, Archer. Not like you have to position very much. Over here. That's lava over there. You don't want to stand in it. This is the Lava Queen. Yeah. There you go. 15 grand. How do you like that? Whoops. Use your dodge roll. Like that. 45,000 damage. Except the res, and let's throw hots on everything. And who's still dead? The Khajiit? Where's the Khajiit? Right there. Resurrection pending. Are they just sitting there? Stay out of the lava. Not that, I mean, this is like dying to Spout in SSC. A big slow-moving attack thing. So that Khajiit is just sitting there not accepting the res. Okay, now the tank died. This must be a pain in the neck to tank. All right, throw a bunch of stuff on them, and let's see who's the fourth person. Where's their corpse? All right, see ya. Res pending. Nope. No. Yeah, it helps if you're going to dodge the lava. Don't dodge into more lava. Wasted. Okay, there's a DPS. The thing with this game is that everybody can bring heals. That's the thing. You can put one on your bar, some kind of self-heal, or make a resto staff your second weapon or something, but you do have options. But it's those huge lava. Wasted. It's those huge lavas that everybody keeps getting caught in, and then the lava itself is pretty bad. So the ultimate don't stand in the fire. This is the most don't stand in the fire thing that I've ever seen in any of these games. To have ESO take this take the trophy on this. Now, what about that Khajiit offline? Okay, do you want to kick the Khajiit and get another DPS? Re-queue? Yes, I think so. Yeah, so the ultimate don't stand in the fire. That's what this is. So actually, if I were tanking this, I would go wild with the range taunts and the frost staff and do a little bit of kiting, like it was the whale shark. Like it was the whale shark in Cataclysm. Let's get in on this here. That would be the most serious lava that I've seen in any of these. Alright, either or. We're trying to figure out what to do about... Okay, maybe it was lag. Okay, we got the Khajiit back. Maybe that's what caused all of this, too. A little bit of lag, and then I got hit by lava. It is the internet. Let's try this again. I hope that's not close enough to aggro the boss. Sorry, my game crashed. Oh, yeah. Well, that would cause you to get hit by the lava, then. Of course, I'm the idiot that roll dodged into it, so... Alright, let's try this again. No worries, scrolls on right. Yeah, well... Plus spell damage helps with healing, too, so... Just keep some hots like it's Druid. The thing is, though, when you see the fire going every which way, like that, that's your cue to start dancing. It's almost like the Hagen dance in Naxxramas, except we're not like trying to dodge green stuff. Take that. Darn it. I gotta unbind the walk-run key and put it somewhere I don't accidentally hit it like that. Throw that down. Don't dodge into the lava again. Oh, there's ads. Dodge! That is some very serious lava. If I was the tank, I'd be using a frost staff and be ready to go range because the boss roots in place to cast that lava skill. Oh, thanks for the fireball. Here, have a holy bolt. Plunk. There you go. Everyone can... yeah, if you have a ranged weapon, this is a very good fight to use it on. Almost fire time. Beware the lava. Woo! All right, 50%. Should be able to finish this. Ah, this is an ad phase in here. All right, plus that. Drop one of these. More hots. Like I'm some kind of druid. 22 grand. Da 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 da. Almost. Is this the final boss? More hots. Where the crit comes in play here. Lava dance! Don't dodge into the lava. I think the big thing too is all the explosions don't help that either, so. Alright. Just keep on keeping on. Let's throw some more dots around. Contribute to the damage that way, as well as give people options for lava dance. See, now nobody's getting hit by it.
My legend.
That was the final boss. Sword of the Noble Duelist. Oh wait, that's melee stuff. The Troll King's Visage. Yar. Was there a quest in here or no? All right. Arrow to the knee has left the group. You are no longer in a group because it's been disbanded. Champion's Chamber. Do we get something special? Do we get something special here? Yeah, well. Guy's going and looting all that stuff. So we had 30 of those things. Did we get those automatically, or are we going to get them in the mail? Yeah, so I think I might have done this before, or something very similar. But there we go. We should go to Deshan and try and get some of that armor. Work on the 100% complete out there in Dark Elf territory. Ah, okay. Well, that was fun. It was cool, though, that, you know, at veteran difficulty, you start seeing those kinds of things going on here. But just, again, the heal over time on the resto staff. And there's a lot of hots on the resto staff as well. So, if I wasn't playing a Templar, I absolutely would use more resto skills. Matter of fact, that's something I gotta work on. I gotta try that out, too. I'm curious. What if you... Actually, I have been meaning to make some kind of weapon master character who can use all the weapons in the game. So let's see. Alright, let's go to Deshan, which is out here. There's a lot of delves and other stuff that... Wow, jumping at in-game lightning. There's a public dungeon there, too. We could always go in there and test out this tank gear, although I do wear a lot of heavy, so... I don't think it means as much with that sort of thing. Let's see. Yeah, figured out tanking. Well, we did some healing there at least, but what did we get in terms of this? Undaunted Explorations. We have a Transmutation Geode. Before we do that, though, did we automatically get those things from killing bosses? Let's see, transmutes. No, we did not. What am I missing here? We got those. Troll King's Visage. Troll King set. It's a healing type thing. Sword of the Duelists. Spell Reflect. We gotta decon that stuff, though. Probably shouldn't have come out here. Well, let's set up the tanking. Close that up. Go solo some stuff in the public dungeon. Where are we at on space? 6,009. Probably should have deconned before coming out here. Whoops. I'm sure there's a craft station around. Yeah, I'm heading towards one right now. Detour! I know there's one of these Dark Elf areas where the craft station is basically a Daedric ruin. I think this might be it. Yep. Sort of. It's a Lalu retreat. $6,600 while wearing tank stuff. That's not too bad. Let's go in here. Lake Lalu Retreat Crafting Hall. Nice place to deal with that loot that we have here. Nice quiet place to do some crafting. Oh, it's the Torug's Pact thing. So first we have some stuff that is sellable, so... Hi, Nuzuma.
Can I help you?
So long, so long, so long, so long, and so long. Plus the cloudy poisons I never use. Should have bring some potions and some consumables to some of these as well. What? What was that? Wrong button. There's the banker. We don't need the banker. Sword of the Duelist. Who cares? Actually, deconning all of these puts them into the thing we can recreate stuff from later. There we go. Torug's Pact. That's a tank set. Now let's go over here and take care of the clothing. Decons and other stuff, too. Sword Dancer. Medium armor. Nice. wonder if I'm tough enough to tank veteran stuff. Although it'd be cool if I had larger resource pools. That's where I think that shackle breaker could come in handy. One of the reasons why I was curious about that in the first place. But it is good to have a bunch of extra heals. Heal tank! Let the healer heal everybody else, or do some damage. Although with this new champion system, you can spec either into healing or damage. So it might be the case that the damage from a healer won't be as big as it used to be. Dolmen! Let's go see what we get from that. Who's over there? Anybody? Watch it finish up the minute I get there. If what happened with the Harrow Storm last time was any indication, then... No, nobody's here. Well, we're a tank. Let's solo the thing. Hey, cultists! You worship the wrong Daedra. Enough of this Molag Ball stuff. Worship Meridia, darn it. Meridia's cool. She has, like, colored rooms with light going every which way. It's like a really bright club or something. Whatever. Okay. Wait a minute. I got the wrong number 4 skill. Should have the taunt for this one. We'll fix that after this fight. Warfare point! We can finish this off. Hey, look, a fire-breathing DPS. Just what the doctor ordered. Ah ha ha ha! Silence Dome. Why am I worried about resources? This is a dolmen. Let's see what we get.
Dremora served Dagon, but these serve me.
Yep, and that's why they're blue instead of red. Well, the interesting thing with using a ton of magic and stuff like this is that... Alright.
Dog's filth. You anger a powerful enemy.
I wonder how that'd be with a Khajiit Templar. Necklace of the Night Mother. Figures I'd get the wrong thing. Stamina, weapon damage, sneaky rogue gear. Let's fool around with the public dungeon. Never actually been in there, I don't think. I do not do a lot with the Ebonheart Pact out here in Dark Elf territory. The Forgotten Crypts. Let's see what's in the Forgotten Crypts. We do have that craft station. Ooh, undead. Very paladin-like to go cleanse some undead from here, huh? Lux Sancta Volt. Hey, a quest. We'll do that too.
What? Who's there?
Who's there?
Oh, you startled me.
I am the terror, at least if you're undead. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe I should actually read the quest text. I've never done this before. Abandon. Alright, what exactly is she saying?
Oh, you startled me. You look a capable type. Are you a sellsword? I need someone to help me get past the barricade inside the crypts. Refugees from Narcissus. We came
Narcissus,
here
huh?
to escape the plague, but were set upon by highwaymen. I was separated from my group and my husband. Please, I must find Gariel, but the halfwit of the barricade won't let me through. Alexia, bless you. I'll follow your lead, but I'm afraid I'm not very good in a fight.
Escort quest. Is this gonna get like the last one of the... Hey, my add-on that shows where all the bosses are is working again. Let's do this. Let's see. Well, anyways, 34 and 31 are the stats. $2,000 damage per attack. That is just sad. How come we can still talk to her?
Keep moving. I'm sorry. It's the cinnamon-scented perfume I wear. It was Gariel's favorite. I may have overdone it today.
Is that what's attracting all the undead? Let's see. Probably do this just light. Probably do this with just heavy armor. Maybe throw in the Great Sword of Twilight's Embrace or something. But we know from that last fight that we have the wrong thing here. So for Shaka Tank, yeah, the number 4 ability, that is correct. Did I not click that properly? So the number 4 ability, okay, maybe I switched over probably too soon. The range taunt, that should be the number 4 ability here. Probably do not need all. I probably could just go full Shakadin, two-hander and everything. I don't even need the tank stuff. This is a public dungeon. 2,800. It's mostly heavy armor too. It's not like I'm in here in light armor only. Let's level up some two-handed. Alright, first is...
Go away. If you're infected, you'll kill us all.
We're not infected, you idiot. I'm trying to find my husband.
I don't care if you're looking for Nerevar. You're not getting in here.
This is getting us nowhere. There's got to be another entrance through the crypt.
Trash respawn. Let's try this out, hero. 20 grand. So, the idea here is that in melee range... Yeah, let's switch that around. In melee range, you want to use instants because you can block. But if you've got the staff or something, then you can do something like this. So let's swap that out a bit. So for this one... Alright, so for the number 1, that's this one. Insert currently equipped, swap that over. And then for the number 2, for the resto staff, that's probably this one. Insert currently equipped. So I want to use the nuke spell with the resto staff. To do something like this. There we go. Hitting for 3 thou instead of 2 thou. 8 grand. That's because I swung the sword after using the Mage Guild ability. Thank you for the follow, Console 420. I wanted this... The reason why there's no pop-ups for follows, even though I'm an itty-bitty streamer, is because I don't want shy people to feel like they have to be nervous about following. So, I could turn those back on, though. So, let's see here. I don't know about you, you know. The stuff I do on YouTube is basically nerd entertainment. Tinkering with technology and multimedia stuff. And so, I expect people, you know, to just want to chill and relax and sometimes be a little shy and stuff like that. So that's what it looks like when you see it on the Twitch activity feed. Alright, so it's better for stream elements to be logged into whatever platform I'm using. So yeah, I should probably platform swap stream elements more often. So what does any of this have to do with tanking? The Deshaun set, which is the zone we're in, is all plus health. So if I want to crank my health through the roof as a tank, that would be how I did it. So I'm just curious about this. I don't have any characters that have a lot of plus health. I'd probably go Warden for that. Hey, look, somebody who's doing the dungeon. Let's say get involved in this then. Whoops, that's a heal. It's a werewolf too, so stamina build. Easy. You got a plague doctor thing. Public dungeon, so you don't see any trash for a while then. And I mean, could put the follows back on. There's another boss right here. Oh, we're farming bosses, are we? Actually, we can access stream elements through a website. Let's have some fun here. Is this thing signed into Twitch? Well, it doesn't matter, because I can have both of these logged on at once. Let me go to the overlays. Why don't we turn all that stuff back on? So for YouTube, for subs to the channel, we'll turn that back on. Settings. Sub alert. Save. Change off to Twitch. Twitch.tv. Load that up. Hey, we're getting attacked! We're getting attacked! A terrible, terrible Warcraft reference. The RTS game, specifically. Alright, so we don't have any ghosts like, he's Alt-Tab, let's see if we can get him. Let's see here. Settings. Turn on the follows. Save. Now you should be able to go back to the dashboard and see here. This still works, right? Channel. Can we get some activity? You can do that. Just load that up. Thanks for the follow. Characters. Character alerts are based on... Character alerts are based on this guy, of course. What was the first Elder Scrolls game you played? Morrowind. And I modded it so much you couldn't even tell there was still a game under there. That's something I want to do too one thing I was never able to do was complete the game without modding it and having to worry about dirty saves. So what I'd like to do, I'd actually like to play through Morrowind Vanilla as kind of a nostalgia thing. Play it in like 1024 by 768, 4:3 style. That's dope. Indeed. The thing is, nowadays, though, Morrowind with OpenMW is awesome. You can tell the game is dated because of the way it plays. The fun part with that stuff is... Oh, we got a boss. Don't stand in the fire. Just nuke from afar. Oh, 9,000. Wearing way too much heavy armor. Zing! Enjoy the heal. So, I dealt with crashes to the desktop and all kinds of other garbage, and I was playing on an AMD Athlon XP system single core in the early 2000s, back in those days. So yeah, single core system. I thought the game was cool. I thought the game looked nice at 30 frames per second. In Sadrith Mora, I'd go down to like 20 frames per second. I still have screenshots from back then. I still have a whole bunch of screenshots, because I basically took screenshots like I'm taking pictures on a trip. I had about 500 screenshots of all of that. Could probably make an HD remake. Could probably make an HD remake of that. Make a photo montage of all of those. See all those screenshots where I was only getting 20 frames a second on a 15-year-old computer that died of capacitor plague that I built when I was in college. Let's see this. The Silver Bullet. Silver Chief Tech Dragon inspired case. Actually, I think it was the Chief Tech Dragon. That's before they changed over to Chen Ming. That's what Alienware was using. Except instead of a big green computer, I wanted a silver computer. That was back when peripherals would come in silver, too, before basically everything has been all, mostly black, but sometimes you see Apple doing, like, pearl colors and stuff like that, and then there's designer stuff, like you can have pink computers and stuff. I've seen some YouTubers bedazzle PC cases and stuff. There was one case mod project, though, that I used to really like called the Caffeine Machine. Guy took a coffee maker and put it inside his computer. So, and he literally could make coffee with his computer, had heating elements and everything. All ran off of one power cord, too. That was one heck of a power supply. Just diverted the AC over to run the coffee machine. It's one of those meme pictures nowadays, but it was a real thing. It wasn't something someone did as a one-off joke. They legit made a computer that they could use to make coffee. So, never really been in this public dungeon. There's gotta be some kind of way to complete the quest. I wonder if you just get the achievement for taking down all the bosses and something happens. What's really fun, though, about Morrowind, a lot of stuff that was modded became standard features in later games. There was even a horse ranch mod for mounts. Not native to the game. There's companions, all kinds of other stuff. So if you really wanted to, you could have a Lydia character in your Elder Scrolls Morrowind experience. Alright. There's got to be a way into that to finish this quest off. I'd like to at least do that. This magic door probably has something to do with it.
My husband's bow! He's been here. We must get past that door. Look! My husband's bow! He's been here. We must get past that door.
Open this door, I'll tear the whole place apart. Fighters Guild.
I don't see my husband anywhere. This doesn't feel right. Something feels wrong here, but I can't put my finger on it.
By the way, best Twitch stream in a very long time. These numbers are on par with YouTube streams. Alright, here we go.
A new face? What brings you to this godforsaken place?
Is that because we have spammers? Had spammers. Now, where were we?
Gariel? I heard he vanished on the last hunting expedition. Danis would know more. Danis calls it meatloaf surprise. I'm surprised I'm able to keep it down. You'll have to ask Danis.
308.
You're not wanted here, outsider. For all we know, you're carrying the plague. The Loader's plague. It's been ravaging our cities, turning our loved ones into walking corpses. We came here to escape it.
Dark Elf Zombie Plague. Maybe I should do more stuff over here.
Gariel was infected. He seemed fine at first, but the infection became obvious during one of our hunting expeditions. I had to abandon him in the crypts. I doubt he survived.
I don't understand. None of the refugees will answer my questions. It's like they're hiding something.
Well, perhaps they are.
What? But we saw his bow. That's preposterous. He was fine when we were separated. Please, you must find him. Search the crypts. I'll keep questioning the others. Someone must know what Danis is playing at. I'll stay here until you return. But please, hurry. I hate the thought of Gariel wandering through those godforsaken chambers all alone. I understand, but if there's even a chance...
So we'll know when we've completed everything. Bitter pill. So he was kicked out of the group. So where did he wind up? So here's the situation with this. Two-handed to 31. Nice. So here's this... Well, there's our answer on that. He's a zombie. And he hits pretty hard, too. Here. Preserve the magic for just heals and stuff. They can throw some dots on him. Whoops. Yeah, I'll just slide around the floor. Not fun getting barfed on by a zombie. There we go. There's an achievement for taking out all the bosses in these places, so I probably have to go take out some more bosses to finish this. Oh boy, Dark Elf cannibals. Just what... Well... Sometimes the Dark Elves do have a little bit of subterfuge amongst them. Happened in Morrowind too with the Kimona Tong interfering with the Fighters Guild. Fortunately, I know how to avoid that whole storyline that keeps you from joining the Thieves Guild. Well then, back to the camp.
Our ways are not your ways, outsider. Don't meddle in things you don't understand. Did you now? Spare me your judgments. We do what we must to survive. I've watched hundreds die from the plague, horrible, painful deaths. My people are safe here, but they must eat. Something had to be done. Gariel was weak. He didn't understand the need for moral ambiguity. He threatened to turn the entire camp against me. That was unacceptable.
And since this guy's a paladin, we're gonna go lawful good on this one.
You would doom my people to starvation, or death by the plague. That's truly madness.
What, you don't get attacked? Okay, this isn't as involved as Morrowind then. No die fetcher or anything like that. Well, nuts. Find the camp's food source. Gee, I wonder. Cold storage? Can't take him seriously with the turkey leg.
A newcomer, eh? I hope you'll stay for dinner. What in oblivion are you doing? I'm getting out of here.
This is the original game. It can get a little corny at times. Ay.
How dare you judge us? We do what we must to survive. You what? Do you have any idea what you've done? You really have no idea, do you? Isn't it obvious? You left your friend here in the camp, unguarded, and now she's nowhere to be found. She was obviously a woman of good taste, cinnamon to be specific. And my people...
Oh, what is... Memento? Well then. Alright, anyways. Can't believe I screwed that up. So what does that memento do? Wow. Wouldn't have seen that one coming from a mile away. Yeah, it would have been... I guess it would have been better for her to stay, but then she probably would have died some other way. Maybe I need to bring another character in here and try some of the other quest arcs there. All right, what does that memento do? Let's see. What exactly does that memento do anyways? Be over here. Questionable meat sack. Well, let's see what this is. Mystery meat. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that is pitiful. Somebody somewhere at Zenimax has a sick sense of humor. Guess I'll have to come back and see what the other arcs of that are. I'm actually legit curious now. Yeah, that wasn't the right thing to do. No bounty for it, though. Telvanni, huh? I think I already took out this boss, though. I think it's the boss at the bottom I haven't gotten to yet. $81.53. So the emphasis on the two-hander is because two-handed swords confer a bonus to spell damage nowadays. Something new with the patch. Alright, there's enough Dark Elf cannibals for one night. The Forgotten Sheriff, I think we've done that. Heavily armored. Yep. That's it. Forgotten Crypts Vanquisher. That was the last of the bosses in here. Whoops. Nope, nope. We're not done yet. That's that with that, then. Alright, so before we go run into another group of ghosts, let's get out of here. Failed to set a new skill due to a bug in ESO. Kill a mob and try again. Yeah, there must be still be some problems with this here. Your character is officially a cannibal. I walked right into that. That is so bad. The Elder Scrolls writers have officially kicked my ass on this one. I wasn't expecting this from ESO. Maybe Morrowind, maybe Skyrim, maybe a Dark Brotherhood quest. But I totally walked right into that. Especially getting owned by the cult leader in that case or whatever. That was just awful. That's gonna be my most despised memento in the entire game. But let's look at the other story arcs. Now let's look at let's actually load up the mystery meat memento here. So ESO mystery meat memento. That is from Questionable Meat Sack. Quest is called A Bitter Pill. Alright, let's see here. A Bitter Pill in Deshaun. I believe there is a girl. Also, he's right. Out of the vestige should look from further in the crypts. Is there a way to... see. Now we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that a little bit later. Something's not right if I should look further than cliffs. The Family Divided is the other one. I don't know if there's a way to avoid all of that. Let's find out. Let's go get Moose Thunderbear. Let's find that out. Let's go get Moose Thunderbear and go to that public dungeon. Somebody else that can tank. Ulfric von Moosehammer. Let's see how he handles it. No, none of these other characters are set up. Well then, none of these other characters is set up. Well, let's call it with that then. Yeah, that's enough being owned for one night. That is enough being owned by the lovely little whatever you want to call it. Thanks a lot, Zenimax. Thanks a lot, Zenimax. My character is usually more morally upright than that, but I totally walked right into that. Well, that's the embarrassment of the night, but I at least figured a little bit out about tanking like I said I was going to do. Now, why don't I call it a night and go to sleep very, very embarrassed that video game plot writers have owned me that much. I never saw that in Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and now here we are, ESO, and this happens. Whatever. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.